Most people think they know Shen Yue as a person, but they know her from Meteor Garden, from A Love So Beautiful, from the controversy that had Weibo trending for 48 hours straight last week. But here's what almost nobody knows. While all of that was happening, while her name was everywhere online, she was at home, in Xiamen, sitting in the small space between her sofa and her tea table. Quietly, just being herself. And that version of her, the one many people do not know, that's the one we're talking about today. Hi, welcome back to Asian Star Spotlight. Okay, so I know a lot of you have been asking about the L'Officiel magazine featuring Shen Yue and where to get it. And while we're still working on finding the best way to help you get your hands on it, I got access to some of what's inside. And I have to be honest with you, I was not prepared for how personal this was. This is part one of a 3-part series called Shen Yue, the woman behind the name. And today we're starting with her everyday world. The life she actually lives when the cameras are off and nobody is watching. Make sure you're subscribed because parts 2 and 3 are coming, and honestly, they get even deeper than this. Let's get into it. So first, something a lot of international fans might not know. Shen Yue doesn't live in Beijing anymore. Nearly 2 years ago, she made a quiet decision that says a lot about who she is. She packed up and moved from one of the busiest cities in China to Xiamen, a coastal city that is quieter, slower, and more human. And through her camera, she has been documenting that life ever since. This is actually her 6th year filming vlogs. 6 years of recording ordinary moments, riding her bicycle through narrow alleys, eating convenience store meals by the window, calmly admiring flowers on set, and sharing the books that have recently touched her heart. Nothing glamorous or performed, just seeing life through her eyes. And what many people didn't notice is that one phrase keeps appearing in comments and discussions about her vlogs, across Bilibili, Weibo, and across every platform where her content lives. People refer to her as an internet bestie, not because her vlogs are extravagant or perfectly polished, but because people can feel her gentleness and her imagination toward the world through every single frame. Now let's talk about where she actually lives, because this part genuinely surprised me. At her home in Xiamen, sitting quietly in her space, is a sewing machine, a birthday gift she received from her close friend Wen Ji, someone she has known since university. When Wen Ji asked what she wanted for her birthday, she said she wanted a sewing machine, because at the time she had many unused clothes and wanted to upcycle them. That means to turn old things into something new. So she enrolled in sewing classes. And around that same period she started something else entirely, which is skateboarding. Actively searching for new sources of joy and creativity. She actually said something about this that truly surprised me, which is, in my free time I either go to sewing class or skateboarding class. One is calm, the other is energetic. The more hobbies you discover and the more interests you explore, the more chances you have to find happiness within yourself. A sewing machine and a skateboard. Calm and energetic. That's the part of Shen Yue that we rarely see. But here's the detail that made me smile the most. Ask Shen Yue where she spends most of her time at home, and her answer is not what you'd expect from someone of her status. She spends most of her time in the small space between her sofa and her tea table. That's it. That tiny corner of her home is where everything happens. Eating, writing, reading, watching movies, daydreaming. She said, most of the house is actually quite empty. I only stay in that tiny area, but it feels warm and comforting. Even the bookshelf I carefully arranged is there. Can you believe? She prefers small homes because large houses feel too exhausting to maintain. That cozy little corner beside the sofa, where she can do everything she loves, has become what she calls her emotional sanctuary. And when she's alone there, she still writes by hand. She picks up a pen, opens a notebook, and writes down small inspirations or subtle emotions from daily life. She says, "I'm someone who forgets things easily, so writing them down makes the memories stay more vividly." And then there is this. Something fans have been sharing widely since the interview dropped. People who have met Shen Yue in person are often first touched by her gentleness, her soft voice, clean smile, and her calming presence. But the closer you get to her, the more you discover something unexpected underneath all that softness. It's her unusual clarity and quite an unshakable determination. She knows exactly what she wants and exactly the kind of person she wants to be. And every time she opens her editing software to work on a vlog, she still feels excited by the same thought. I want to make it as good as possible. You can imagine 6 years of vlogs, and yet she still feels that way every single time. It just shows you how truly intentional and dedicated Shen Yue is when it comes to her craft. So that's her everyday world. I'm sure most of you didn't know this about Shen Yue, and I bet some of you are surprised as I was when I read this. A coastal city, a sewing machine, a skateboard, a sofa corner with a carefully arranged bookshelf, and 6 years of filming the small moments that most people walk past without noticing. But here's what I didn't tell you today. Behind all of that warmth and gentleness, there is a way that Shen Yue thinks that is completely different from what you'd expect. The way she handles pressure, the way she processes her emotions, what she really believes about inner conflict and personal growth, and the conversation she had with her mother that changed the way she sees the world. That's part 2, and I promise you, it hits completely differently. Make sure you're subscribed and your notifications are on, because part 2 is coming very soon and you do not want to come back to find you missed it. And that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care and I'll see you in part 2.